Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, it's official. Mock game week is here, and it's straight up go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. Listen, now is the time, and the time is now. We saw, well, some saw the product on the field on Saturday. I got a little bit of information from some that I heard that took place over the weekend. But listen, it's different now. This is a different type of team. It's a different type of setup. We're getting ready to see a different type of, I think, results because this team is, I'm not going to say flip, with the defense being more of a, the strength and the offense being more of the weaker, but I think it's more so of a balanced type of attack, a balanced team. Last year, we probably saw 90% of an offensive team, 10% of a defensive team. I mean, that's how bad the defense was. And, we were at the bottom of the barrel as it relates to the defense. But now this week is mock game week. Now we get ready to see the product on the field. And look, there's a couple of things that I heard coming out over the weekend, the scrimmage that took place. Very, very encouraging. The defense, once again, held their own. And I think that's really speaking values to this coaching staff. The same thing we saw with the defense that Deanton Lynn implemented over at UCLA is the same thing these guys are consistently doing. They're not just doing it once. We first saw it in the spring game. And you guys know that one of the reasons why we saw Miller Moss, even Jaden Myalva in the spring game, has some type of struggles is because of the defense. This defense presents that. And if you guys remember, I told you guys that Caleb Williams had issue with this defense as well. Utah, look, they went to Utah, UCLA, and held them to 14 points? I think the game was only 14-7 points. So we're talking about a real defense that causes and create problems. And I think we're getting ready to see some moving and grooving from that aspect. Now, as we stay on the defense, one of the things that I did hear, there is a lot of rotation going on with the defensive backs. Doug Belk did say, he mentioned, I think he might even said 7 to 8 defensive backs to possibly be playing or rotating out. And I think it's real because over the weekend in the the scrimmage, I believe it was quite a few guys rotating out. Now, the question is, what are we going to do? I mean, because you got so many guys, and I think what it's going to be is more so of a situational type football. For each situation, it's going to be different guys. That's the way I think it's going to be, whether it's John Humphreys playing cornerback, whether it's Jacoby Covington playing cornerback, whether it's DeCarlos Nicholson playing cornerback, or at the safety, you look at Ramsey, you look at Anthony Beavers, or is he going to move down the linebacker? There are so many different things that they can do, and they got packages where they stack the box. So, this thing can really go all over the place, and I take Doug Belk at his word. And, from what I'm told at the scrimmage, that was some of the things that were actually taking place. A lot of moving around, a lot of moving pieces. So, look, the exciting thing is we're getting ready to hear, being that this is mock week, we should hear something as it relates to that particular position, the defensive backs. So you guys can drop those comments and tell me what you guys think. Now, when we talk about the offensive line, some of the things that I heard there, I heard some encouraging things there. You guys know there was a battle going on when you're talking about the guard position. One guard position was sealed up, which was Emmanuel Pregnon, but the other one, which was Gino and Alani Noah, I'm hearing that it looks like Alani Noah may have locked, sealed, and delivered that. We'll see if it's official coming out this week. That's one of the things that I heard. And that was kind of expected because he did come in here as a freshman last year, did his thing, wasn't all the way up to par, but I think he, with that experience and now coming back, learning that technique, I believe that he's going to get in there and move and groove. Alani Noah and Emmanuel Pregnon being the guards. And, of course, you got Elijah Page being the left tackle, Jonah Monheim, he's going to be the center. Now, what I did here is that the left side of the line looks extremely, extremely physical. They look big, and they are going to surprise some people. So those are a couple of news and note items. Now, as it relates to the quarterback, listen, it has to be done this week, in my opinion, unless Coach Riley just sees it as a situation that is that very, very close that he can't tell, and he has to keep it to all the way up until next week, because you guys know, you look at the dates here. The dates here right now, I just got to finish looking at this calendar, and the dates are officially, you're talking about, it'll be Saturday, be the 24th. Then the next week, which would be the 31st, we play next weekend. So look, my game week, you have to have it. They usually have it. They go in the hotel, they do the whole thing as if it's a game and make preparation for that. They give the starter the more reps. And so that's what I think we should be seeing. We possibly could be seeing this week. And so maybe the decision is, if we don't hear anything today, maybe the decision is too hard for Lincoln Riley right now. Maybe he wants to take it all the way, but I'm assuming it's going to be sometime today, man. You guys can drop those comments. You guys can tell me what you think, but it's official, man. This thing is moving and grooving, and it's straight up go time. And I'm excited to see about this mock game week. And those who didn't watch my video, you guys know Lincoln Riley does know quarterbacks. I did a video last night about Malachi Nelson. Malachi Nelson is he got the backup spot at Boise State, man. If he would have just stayed at USC, could have got that proper training, but we'll see what happens. I'll still wish him the best and hope that he does his thing. But we got to get to the lost in the sauce candidate of the year, which is Mel. I can't even remember his last name. He played running back in the National Football League, but he had comments about some choice words about Caleb Williams. And I want you guys to listen to some of the things that he had to say over the weekend after Caleb. Well, this was before Caleb got his ball on, but Caleb absolutely lit it up over the weekend. But listen to what he had to say about Caleb.
I've only watched Caleb Williams 3 games last year, 3 this year, so I'm only halfway done, okay? The one thing that is clear, he is not special. He is not something unique like a Patrick Mahomes, and I hope the Bears don't think, well, let's try to make up for our mistake when we pass up Patrick Mahomes and go get the Patrick Mahomes. The kid is not Patrick Mahomes.
All right. So as you see, we just all, everybody that has a pie, man, go ahead and make your pie, and we're just going to all put it in his face together. He has pie all over his face right now because Caleb did everything that he said that he wasn't going to do, and it's straight up go time. I sure would like to hear his interview now. Those who haven't seen Caleb looked like Caleb his first year when he was at USC. He was dipping in and out and in. I mean, doing unorthodox things, doing the unscheduled things, off-schedule things. I mean, Caleb was being Caleb, and it was straight up. It was a joy to actually see him do that. I mean, it's one thing to do it in college, but to come here and do it the same way you did it in college, in the NFL, that's pretty amazing to me, man. So you guys can drop those comments. You guys can tell me what you think. But look, are you guys excited? This is it, man. We're getting ready to enter to some territory that we never thought. That it seemed like it took all summer. It seemed like look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of trying to prove a point to people. I'm just ready to get the product on the field and see exactly what we happening. I'm still going to stand on 10-2. I'm sticking to that. I believe that these Trojans are going to be a 10-2 team. I believe they're going to be strong. I believe there could be some pretty decent rotation going on. So you guys can drop those comments, man. You guys can tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, I'm out of here. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.